What is going on, y'all? Crypto Walk here again, and I've got something to tell y'all. I've been thinking about whether or not I should go to college. Now, I graduated a couple of years ago, and it's not like I had bad grades. I was cum laude, so not valedictorian, salutatorian, but I was pretty smart. So, off of that, I should have been able to get into college at the time that I graduated. But I postponed it mainly because I wanted to focus on growing my crypto and making sure I had enough of a portfolio to even stomach that kind of investment, because my dad said he ain't paying for me to go to college, so I gotta foot the bill myself. So I've been looking at different colleges to try and see, what they're asking for. First of all the stuff is crazy expensive, and I have no idea why. Like, for example, I was looking at potentially going to USC, but the tuition is $69,000 a year. There are colleges more expensive than that. Columbia University and Northwestern are both over $70K a year. And then on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, there's colleges that don't even have an actual admissions program. All you gotta do is pay an application fee for $148 and you're in. So you've got that side. I don't even know what that's about, what they offer. I would not trust a $148 college. And then the too expensive $70,000 plus stuff. So I'll meet them in the middle, $35,000, $36,000. That is the absolute max that I am willing to pay. So let's say I get into a college that accepts that. That's $36,000 a year down the drain for 4 years. And this is to go into journalism. I want to be a journalist. This is kind of the reason I started this channel. So I go there for 4 years, $144,000. That's just the tuition, by the way. If I go out of state, I got to pay room and board. I got to pay for books. Got to pay for everything else. I got to pay for the other stuff too if I'm in state living with relatives, but not the room and board. So it's between $140 and $160, possibly $1,000. And that means I'm starting my career off with at least $140,000 to $160,000 in debt. And that's if I get the job. By the way, 65% of people as of 2024 do not get jobs related to their degree of study. So if I get the job as a journalist, I'll be working for at least the next 10 to 15 years, paying off between $140,000 to $160,000 in debt. And that's on the low end. There are people that have $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, sometimes $500,000 worth of debt that they have to pay off, probably for the rest of their life. So I have finally gotten my job as a journalist, and let's say I work there for 1 to 2 years. And after 2 years, I'm fired. Now, why was I fired? Because I did a bad job? No, that wouldn't be the case. I would be doing research. I would be doing my best at that job. I would be fired simply because the company that I work for, let's say DW, I like their documentaries on YouTube. DW would downsize their employees in favor of AI, which is going to come for a lot of the jobs that people currently have. It works faster, it doesn't need breaks, but most importantly, it doesn't need pay. Companies are always trying to look to make more money than they did the year before, simply because it keeps their stock price up. Investors are so concerned with companies getting better in every category every year, regardless of market conditions, that companies feel like they need to cut costs all the time just to maintain that extra little bit of profit. So how would AI affect my job? Well, I have seen around the AI world that they are working on training AI to make full-fledged videos just off a single prompt. And I've seen some of those videos, and if they didn't have an AI watermark in the corner of the video, I wouldn't know whether it was real or not. That's how good they're getting. So I can imagine in the future, all they would need maybe was a narrator and they could create whatever scenes they want in the AI without the reporters actually going out and getting the footage themselves. And that would affect me, and I would be fired. So in 2 years, I would be out of a job with over $100,000 in debt, and with now no way to pay it off, and just a little piece of paper sitting on the wall to show for it. And what would that debt affect? It would affect my ability to pay for a house. It would affect my ability to get a car, because you have to have these ridiculous car payments as well. Insurance. Everything will be affected because I have to find a way to pay off those student loans because they accrue interest. And now I'm stuck. And that's what a lot of people my age are facing. They're stuck with over $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in debt. And their whole goal in life is just to make ends meet so that they can pay that off. But what would you have us do? You might be asking. We got to find some way to make money. Well, let's say we rewind back to before we went to college, before I went to college, and I put $35,000 to $36,000 a year in Bitcoin for the 4 years that I'm there up until now. So 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. If I did that, I would have almost 5 Bitcoin, about 4.89 Bitcoin, which is over $250,000 as of right now. And that's enough to just buy a house outright. Now, I don't recommend you spend all your crypto on a house, because you never know where Bitcoin could be going forward. But that's $258,000 you're starting with, instead of starting with $250,000 in debt that you have to pay off. If you don't have a job during the meantime, you can sit on that. You can live off of that. And Bitcoin will continue to work for you going forward down the years, because I believe that where we are right now is like a 10th, possibly a 100th of where Bitcoin can truly be. So just imagine what your $35,000 a year could be worth over 4 years, and Bitcoin is only 100th of its true value. If you found the information in this video helpful, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Crypto Walk. Peace out.